So
if you're gonna
use
use the
this.
PA mic too.
Okay, he's going to talk first and then me, but you want us to both use this mic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sharon.
This is the mic
Yeah, we need Sharon.
for...
Oh, you got it.
All right.
Where's the other one? Okay. So we gotta come over here. Sorry.
Oh, you gotta.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta do the old school.
No, yeah, you go. This is the word here, and this is the latch. You just gotta put. They can hear me. All right, I got the two microphones again. We're gonna rock this out, Kristen. All right? Okay. So it's my honor and pleasure to start off senior night here with Kristen Morey. I had the honor of coaching her for 2 years and seeing all the growth from beginning to end. And you know, when I think of Kristen, I automatically think of how faith triumphs, and I think of Romans 5, 1 through 5, as Kristen lives this out on a daily basis. So I'm actually going to read out of the Bible that you gave me. So, therefore, since we have been justified by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ. Through him, we have also obtained access by faith into this grace in which we stand, and we rejoice in the hope of the glory of God. Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us. Thank you. All right, so we got an origin story for Kristen here, okay? So Kristen's amazing origin story. So Kristen was a part of our NCSA recruiting, which is a website we use to reach student athletes all over the nation. But where we really knew God was involved is, come to find out, that Kristen knew Tiffany Williams' cousin, who counseled at a Bible camp in Alaska that Kristen attended. Not only that, but Kristen also got to know Hannah Levitt's friends and family who are on staff at Kingdom Air Corps that does the Bible camp in her village. So what's the odds of that? You and I talked a lot about that over and over again, that it was almost like God's plan for you to come to Emmaus Bible College, and I think that's true. So things that you need to know about Kristen. So here we go. You ready for this? One of the best writers in the history of Emmaus Bible College. She will write a book one day telling her story, and it will be a New York Times bestseller. Promise you. She's a coffee enthusiast, just like me. That's why we get along, right? And girls, you can second this, but she's sneaky funny, isn't she? Sneaky funny. Always telling jokes. You're like, Kristen, you just tell a joke? Yeah, she's sneaky funny. She's deadly from three, as you know. Okay, as a coach, you know that if your team gets out rebounded by 25, you lose, right, coach? You get it rebounded by 25, you lose. Not with Kristen Morey on your team. Kristen Morey shoots 8 for 11 from 3 to beat Maranatha in the regional championship to go to nationals, even though we got out rebounded by 25. Thank you, Kristen. And last but not least, Kristen has a ministry plan already created to one day go back to her village to advance the kingdom of God through the gospel to impact the world for Christ. And Kristen, I just want to say I'm so proud of you. There are many ups and downs for both of us, and we talked about, we're going to get you to that day, that senior night, and we got graduation in 2 months, and I just want you to know that how proud I am of you and your perseverance, and you are an inspiration to me and many others, so thank you.
Yeah, this is great, 2 microphones. Okay, we have some gifts for you. Well, your teammates have some gifts for you, so I'll talk a little bit while they're giving the gifts. You go ahead. It's a boy? What is that? It says it's a boy. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and read off a couple of Kristen's stats while they're tackling her with balloons. Coach Gra mentioned her career high game against Maranatha in 2018 with 25 points. She's played in 96 games, a career 853 points, and that's not counting tonight. Let's see, she's 37% field goal shooting, 38% three-point shooting. She's more accurate the further she gets away. She's got a total of 155 rebounds, 97 assists, and 65 steals and 12 blocks even. So anyway, that's just a little bit of the numbers, but there's a lot more important things than the numbers. So I'm just going to start off telling a little bit about Kristen, and I have a lot to say, so I'm just going to read it to keep it as quick as possible. So Kristen's one of the most unique people you'll ever meet. As you may know, she's from Alaska, but we're not talking about an Alaskan cruise or visiting Fairbanks. Think a remote village that you can't even drive to. This girl hunts caribou. She drives a snowmobile to get around the village, and her people were nomadic until only about 50 years ago, I think she told me, which is pretty amazing. Needless to say, Kristen has seen a different world than many of us have ever seen. I can't even begin to imagine the bravery it took for a young high school graduate to take off and fly across the country and go to a college, and what had to have been virtually a new world for her. I wasn't here when Kristen first came to Emmaus, but I know Coach Gra mentioned it, and I know she was pretty quiet and reserved, and she's come a long way since then. And I've even seen a lot of growth in the 2 years that I've known her. I'm going to say more about that, but I'm going to talk a little more about basketball first. So, as you all know, Kristen's an excellent shooter, especially from the three-point line. Little known fact, she has very poor eyesight. She's wearing glasses right now. She takes them off for the game, and yeah, you wouldn't know it by her three-point accuracy, but her vision borders on legally blind, and she can barely make out the rim. Much like a bat, she uses sonar to detect the location of the rim and accurately place the ball. In an effort to improve her echolocation skills, she often prefers the challenge of NBA range shooting. All right, that's just a joke, of course, but the poor eyesight is true, and it makes it even more incredible that she can shoot and play the way she does. So I'm going to tell a little story about last year at the national tournament. One of my favorite memories of Kristen on the court is last year, like the day before we start games, they have a three-point contest, and so Kristen played in the three-point contest last year. There's several rounds, and each round they kind of narrow down the top shooters, and they shoot again. She shot like 5 times. I think she was exhausted by the end of it. But she absolutely annihilated all the other shooters in the women's group. At that point, I started thinking, this might not have been a good idea. I mean, we're basically offering a free scouting report to all the teams we're about to play. But after she won the women's group, they had a shoot-off between the winners of both the men and the women's group. And I kid you not, I've never seen anyone shoot the way she did during that. Like, she hardly missed anything. And it was so cool because literally everyone in the whole gym was getting into it, and it was like everyone was on Kristen's team, you know, like people from our conference, people that we've never played before, and everyone was just like on the edge of their seats, and she's going around, and she makes like 4 or 5 in a row, and you're like, man, that's really good. Surely she's gonna miss eventually, and she just keeps putting them in, and every time she makes another shot, the crowd gets louder and louder, and people are jumping off of the stands and just hanging around the edge, and it was just really cool because literally every person in that whole arena was like cheering for Kristen, and needless to say, she beat out the men's shooter and won the whole thing, and it was a really special time. Another funny memory is when last year I made the mistake of promising the team ice cream if they reached 100 points. I'm claiming first year coach on that one, but at the end of the fourth quarter we were close but a little shy of the goal, and so the girls really wanted ice cream. And Kristen started launching NBA threes with a few minutes to go, and after she makes the shot, she's running down the court yelling, "Ice cream! Ice cream!" So that was a good memory as well. But more importantly, Kristen, I want to talk a little bit about Kristen's character. Kristen is a really special person to me. I had the privilege of getting to know her. Before I coached her, I took some classes here at Emmaus, and we actually took some classes together. And she didn't say much when I first met her, but let's see, actually. I think Kristen is a classic example of the concept that you can't judge a book by its cover. And so it would be easy, like I said, she didn't say much when I first met her. It would be easy to make all sorts of assumptions about why, it's easy to assume things about other people, so maybe why she didn't participate much in class, or if she was really quiet one day, or she looked upset. But you don't know the real Kristen by looking at the outward appearance. In one particular class we had with Mr. Riley, kind of alluding to what Coach Gra talked about, but we had to give an end of the semester presentation on different topics, and she chose to kind of make her own topic. She asked if she could do that, and she chose to talk about her native people, and she proceeded to teach us their background, their culture, the tragedy they had been plagued with, and finally her plan to bring freedom to her people through sharing the gospel with them. And I realized that her ultimate purpose in coming here and studying at Emmaus in the first place was simply to prepare and equip herself to minister to her people that she loves so much, and she really does. I think that might have been when I started to understand her heart and really see that there's so much more to Kristen than meets the eye. Kristen has experienced a lot of tragedy, honestly, more than anyone should ever have to go through. I know she's been tempted many times to give up, but when her head was down and she could hardly find motivation to get up and go to class, again, it'd be easy to assume that to be a weakness. Nothing could be farther from the truth. As I've come to know Kristen personally, I've seen that even in the hardest times, she continues to put one foot in front of the other and press on. Again, it would be easy to assume that maybe she didn't have a strong faith or was immature in her faith. Again, that's completely not true. She has a real, honest. After having real, honest, deep conversations with this girl, you know that she has an incredible faith that is much more real than someone who never struggles, never doubts, and always puts on a smile. Kristen is one of the realest people I know. She's continued to amaze me when, even in the middle of tragedy, she continues to put her hope in Christ and seek the Lord, knowing that He is the answer even when she can't feel it. You might not first notice Kristen's leadership. It's kind of a quiet leadership and a different style of leadership than you normally see. There were times last year, I'm kind of selling her out a little bit on these things, but I think these things show a deeper character in her. So anyway, there were times last year during the season that I was frustrated with Kristen, maybe her attitude or the way she carried herself that day in practice, and I'd get this awful feeling like I don't know how to handle this or how to respond. I'd maybe start to wonder if she cared or didn't see it, but every time, and I'm not kidding, every time, she would come back and either send me a text or talk to me the next day, or even humble herself to apologize to her team, or just to open up and be real about her struggles. And lost my place. Her humility and weakness to admit mistakes and be honest about her struggles is more of a strength than almost anything, and I truly believe that. A person or athlete who can stay on top of their game, keep it together, always be positive, and set a good example is a good leader. They can really make a difference, but to be able to make a mistake and then come back in humility and be open and honest about it is a kind of leadership that surpasses the first one. I truly believe this type of leadership is even more impactful, and I've been challenged and impacted myself by Kristen's willingness to be real. I'm almost done. This is the last page. Okay, so anyway, I could go on forever, but I'm sure security is going to be here to drag me off. I'm thankful to know Kristen personally and have her on the team, and I know all of her teammates appreciate her as well. She's an asset on the court for sure, but much more importantly, she's a force for the kingdom of God and a blessing to her teammates and friends. We wish you all the best in your future, and we're excited to see what the rest of the season holds. We love you.
Mic check. Mic check. Welcome back to Pollard Fieldhouse as we get ready for the men's game between the Emmaus Eagles and the Central Christian College of the Bible Saints from Central Missouri. We got my co-anchor here, Shane, doing color again. And,
I am back.
First half is about to get underway, but after the national anthem and an introduction from the PA announcer. So we'll bring you the game in a bit. Game is about to tip off. A lot of excitement, a lot of confidence coming in this game, Shane.
Emmaus reminding everyone that we are indeed the Chicago Bulls.
Now, I think, I'm alluding rather to our previous performance against Lincoln Christian on Thursday.
It's true.
Pulling out a nice 13-point win against an NAIA school.
Yeah, got their first one of the season, Emmaus
out of all
Eagles did.
teams, NAIA.
Love to see it.
Couple leagues, divisions above us. So,
my money's on Tyrus.
wow, you just lost some imaginary money there, Shane. Game gets underway, and Trey Black looks like he's gonna be doing point guard duties for the Saints. Ball's moving around for the Saints, and their first three-pointer is no good, and the rebound is collected by Tyrus.
You mentioned Trey Black there, Joe, and that's the player to watch for the Saints here. Trey Black all around, an exceptional player.
Oh, nice little pass. Oh, Leslie in the corner for three. Oh, he's off. A little beginning of the game jitters, looks like. Nice little move there from Trey Black, but his layup is no good.
Nick Fairley had an aggressive board there. You can see it in his face.
Yeah, Trey Black for the Saints, probably taking over point guard duties, with CCCB losing two really good point guards as seniors after last season. So after playing against him last season, entering a new role of the offense. And the first points of the game belong to Tyrus Buckner, assisted by Austin Brammer on a nice little fade. And floater, rather.
I am predicting a big game night for Buckner, Joe.
Yeah,
he's
so?
he
Got a size advantage for sure.
Hey, lately the past 2 weeks, Buckner has been putting up a lot of points. 36 the other day, 41 last week, a career high.
Player of the week, last couple weeks.
This is
last
true.
week, I think.
So I mean, that's another game plan you can always say is for Emmaus to really be in this game and to win, they need to feed Tyrus the ball.
Yeah, that's usually good game plan anyways. You usually got a size and strength advantage against most teams we'll play against. Yeah, and oh, he's got to put. Oh, yeah. Okay, I was gonna say nice work getting the shot clock restarted. This is gonna be, I think, a very fast, intense game.
Yes.
CCCB. I didn't see them press like they have been known for in the past. So we'll see if they do implement that as the game
Emmaus, I believe, is planning to go man on defense for the start now. They might go zone as the game goes on.
Nice little floater off the glass there from Black. And, yeah, here it is. Here it is, the full court press. A good defense there from Black, but falls right into the hands of Brammer. Yeah, CCCB is known for their press, just kind of like West Virginia.
Yes, sir.
And the coach requires a lot of intensity, a lot of speed and action out of his guys. So
talking about the Saints' speed and quickness and the press, I was talking to Matthew Tomlinson, the assistant coach for the Eagles, before the game, and one thing he had to say is just that they need to play their own game and at their own pace.
Pekka hits a corner three-pointer after Fairley feeds him the ball from the ground. Great shot there from Pekka.
Pekka has a lot of family in town too, watching him, so he's hoping to have a big game today.
Williams is gonna pull up, and his shot is way off.
Hey, watch out for Williams though. When he gets hot, he's gonna get hot.
Yeah, just a freshman already starting, so he's got a good career in front of him.
Oh yeah, he's gonna.
Oh, good inside move from
beautiful.
Buckner. Too easy.
It's really amazing to see that the season that Williams has had and Buckner have had, both being freshmen for their colleges, and how they might be running these conference in the next 4 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Austin does a good job avoiding a turnover right there. Feeds Buckner. Finds Jacob, who couldn't get his hand around that pass, and it falls out of bounds. Coach Grau looking to go a little more defensive, put in Tashar in the game. Tashar McCray in the game. Saints looking for a quick bucket here. Pull up. Tyrus with the rebound. Tashar with a close turnover there, but Austin with a beautiful drive in and a bucket with an open lane.
Fast start from both teams here. Tashar gets in the game after not seeing him on Thursday. He's a good defensive player. And a three-pointer goes in and out, but able to collect their own rebound, the Saints do. Corner three is passed up. Oh, nice work to get the pass inside there. That was a good layup from Williams.
Tyrus trying to block him on that. Hits the backboard instead. Oh, open. Fine for... There you go, Matthew. Increase that counter, Emmaus. There's another dunk. Friday cookies or dunks. I'm
Great
sure the Emmaus
energizing play
students
from
will
Pekka.
take
Crowd is
the
loving
dunks.
every minute of it. And strong rebound from Buckner. It's a great start to the game.
Dunks easily outweighs those Friday cookies, Joe. I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
absolutely, yeah.
Ooh, Saints answer back with a quick three from Trey Black. Austin goes for a quick three. Ooh, answers right back. The Emmaus crowd loves it. Black has the ball. He drives in. Ooh, finds an open pass outside the perimeter. Thorpe finds Williams. Back to Black for a deep three. Off the front of the rim. Emmaus looking to slow down the momentum a little, find their own pace and their own game. Also trying to make things work. Finds Pekka on the outside. Feeds Buckner to Fairley. Buckner about to go
driving
to work.
inside and is fouled hard. They're going to call a blocking foul, I think.
That's how you do. You feed him, you get people out of the game.
Good teamwork there, good sportsmanship there from Pekka, helping up Koster. And a timeout is going to be called. With 13 minutes left to go in this first half, Emmaus holds a 14-11 lead. We'll come out of the timeout with Buckner going to the line for 2 shots here.
I love the time that he takes to take it.
Yeah, it's almost like he does a little pump fake, get some people off guard if they're getting a little too antsy on the line here. See if there are going to be any lane violations this game.
Speaking of lane violations, the other week Nick Fairley was very close to one with a pump fake. The free throw shooter. I can't recall the team he was playing or the player who did it, but Nick Fairley looked like he was going for a belly flop in the paint. Joe, it was incredible.
Yeah, I remember that one. He got tripped over the guy's foot.
Making both. You gotta love it.
Mendoza gets in the game for the Saints. He's a really fast player. That good play from Fairley, strong and very, very heated down there.
Very aggressive play right there.
Use that intensity. Yeah, you keep using that intensity there, and yeah, Kester's gonna come out of the game. Favor of the listed at 6'9", Rodrigo Nunez. Whether
Nunez
or not
is
that's
in the
actually
game.
6'9" is to be seen up against Tyrus Buckner. It looks like he could be 6'9". I don't know. They basketball.
How tall do we got Tyrus
Basketball
at?
teams like to
6'7"?
exaggerate just a little bit whenever they can, make them look better.
I'm not gonna say my opinion.
Oh, good defensive play there, and throws home the dunk.
Is that a negative on the dunk counter?
No,
us?
that does not count because, yeah, how would that even work, Shane?
I don't know. I'm not keeping track of the dunk counter.
Yeah, this will be an intriguing matchup here between
don't get me
Nunez
started on this.
and Buckner.
Don't get me started on this, Joe. I've been looking
Yeah,
forward
Shane's
to this
drooling
for.
over this size matchup here.
Right
Right inside to Buckner.
I'm so excited.
Ooh, almost gets the and one there, but hey, Buckner going to the line again. Another foul against the big guy.
Hey,
You know,
this is
that's
one of the
strategy.
This
right
is one
there.
of the matchups of this semester for the Emmaus Eagles with Tyrus Buckner against Nunez, and it's going to be incredible to
Yeah,
see
there's not a
these
lot of
big men
people-
work.
There's not a lot of people in this conference that can match up size-wise to Tyrus, so
This is true.
this is different for sure. And Tyrus has been incredible from the line as of late. He's been
He's been in the gym working.
yeah, absolutely. He's been putting some real good work in, and you know, if he's going to the line a lot, you gotta make these free throws. And
This
he's
is
been doing just that
100% true,
recently.
yeah.
So
There's only one difference between Shaq and Tyrus, and that's Tyrus makes free throws.
that's that's one way to put it, Shane. I like that. I like that a lot. Emmaus will be staying in their 3-2 zone here, but Trey Black, the great shooter from the Saints, is able to hit in the face of.
Gotta lock
that
him
zone.
down,
Yeah,
Joe. Gotta
really.
lock Trey Black down. The guy's an animal. He's a straight bucket. His first words were ball.
Think so?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh.
Man.
Wow, talk about that shot from Ty. Switches hands
Buckner's feeling it.
up and around Nunez, and nice little finger roll is good.
They're
A little
feeding
mismatch
Nunez.
here with Leslie on Nunez, and he's going to be called for a foul there. That was good work to go inside while Buckner was switched off of him.
You gotta make him earn it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Make
not a
him earn
shooting
it.
foul either. They're going to be taken out of bounds, so interesting there that they called it on the floor.
But I'm drooling over that matchup with Nunez and Buckner. It's gonna be a fantastic. Taking a little while on this inbound, but here we go. Trey back. Finds Nunez. Oh, back to Black. Oh, I love it.
That was an interesting play there. And Thorpe, I think. Yep, he's going to take a shot there. Offensive
Nunez.
rebound. And
There
the
you go.
putback is good from Adams. Great work there. And generally, this the defensive presence on in transition from the Saints hasn't been too bad as far as for Emmaus. They're getting the ball up the court pretty well.
Tyrus are
Back
trying to
inside
find
to
that kick
Buckner.
out.
Strong move.
Man, it just seems like it's like a yo-yo or something, or it's just Tyrus in the center, just finding a kickback. It's not there. He takes it.
Yeah. Hey, that's also a really good defensive possession there.
Ooh.
Ooh, trying to get it inside to him. That's trying to thread the needle there.
Ooh.
Oh, Trey Black.
Trey Black. No.
Pump fake, so it was a good shot fake. And Leslie's going to get called for another foul here. It's a second in just about a minute and a half.
I did not have a good view on that foul. I
Yeah,
can't
no,
say
he got
anything
him.
against it.
Yeah, he got him.
Adams makes the first free throw.
And Seth is going to make an entrance, coming in for Leslie.
Seth Kurtula. There's always a Kurtula playing basketball for Emmaus.
Oh, yeah.
Lane violation.
Yep,
On
lane
the
violation.
Saints.
And
Was that on the Saints?
yeah, it
yes.
was. Yep, it's Emmaus' ball.
That is tough. Man, you don't really see a lot of lane violations. So, like
I think that was actually on the shooter. He knew he was going to be short with it, so he tried to. I think he
Get an
just
early
moved a
step.
little bit before the ball hit the
Yeah.
rim.
Mendoza's another player you got to watch out for too. He's a
Yeah,
sneaky
really.
little fella.
He's good good defender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Putting him on Austin is going to probably limit Austin's touches in this game.
Mid-range shot from Ty is long. Williams working the baseline.
Back to Black. There
up
we go.
top. And his
Ooh, a little short.
his three-pointer is short, but right place,
Goodness.
right time for Williams. And
Just
puts
picking up the
ball in for
scraps.
two.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. You got to crash the basket.
It's been a really, really good game for far as both teams. Score is 22-21, so no one team really finding an advantage here.
There has
And-
really been no momentum shifter at all.
Yeah, really. I think this is CCCB's first lead of the game, actually. So look to see how Emmaus responds here. Oh, nice
movement there.
from Austin and Nick. And his shot is long. That's a tough break.
Good
Oh,
defense
strong
by Nick
rebound
there.
Yeah, good defense from Fairley too. Not getting called for a block.
You straight up.
Yeah, and Gra is encouraging his team to keep moving off the ball because they're getting a little stagnant here, I think. Oh, good find from Seth. Right to
There we
Peckham.
go.
That's another dunk.
He's ready. He's feeling it.
Yeah, absolutely. Great find there from Seth.
Oh,
That's a
Seth
block,
with the
too.
block. Oh,
Good work from Seth.
that was fun to see.
Absolutely. He just and
Oh, he's-
Pekka in the corner for three.
Oh.
Oh.
I would have lost my mind, Joe.
Yeah, that would have been crowd would have been absolutely
Let's see what the
on
Saints
their
can do.
feet. But yeah,
You know, with the crowd in here, really, it's a really quick momentum getter when the crowd gets into it.
yeah.
So I would say Emmaus
home
definitely
court
has that
advantage
momentum.
has been definitely missed across all sports, and it's it's just a game changer. And great work inside from Black, but his layup is off. So good defense there from Buckner. Emmaus takes back a 1-point lead after a good find from
That was
Seth
a
to
beautiful
dunk.
block.
Yeah, and that was a good find from Seth to get it right on the baseline to Pekka. Ooh, and Fairley. Offense rebound from Seth. Oh, you got to put it up, buddy.
There's
Outside to Pekka, working on Black. Ooh,
Nick.
That's gonna-
Nick stepped right there. He looked up, saw
Yeah.
Nunez, and
Yep.
was like, "This was a mistake," and tried to find an answer somewhere else, and it
and
did not
Nunez is
work
gonna
out.
Come out of the game. So,
Nick was hit with a wall there.
yeah,
That
back
was-
to a pretty good size advantage for the Eagles.
Oh, great find by Mendoza.
Yeah. You know, I really like seeing Steven up at the top of the zone.
Ooh, Williams just goes to work and drives in there real fast. I
Yeah,
love
that.
that.
Was a good play.
There's
Yeah,
that
like I was
quickness
saying,
you were talking about.
Yeah, because he's got his long arms to able to get in the passing lanes up at the top of the zone, and that leads to so many of his dunks this season. So, really, really good placement there from Coach.
Yeah,
It's gonna
Williams.
take a long two, and it bounces out. That's a tough miss. Fairley goes for it, and Mendoza's able to spin around and.
That's some 21-21 action
And
right
that
there.
that three-pointer from Mendoza pushes the lead now to 4, largest lead of the game for the Saints. And Eagles are going to take a timeout here, try to get things back into order.
Let me hit you with some live stats. Sponsored by Emmaus Bible College, Joe. Trey Black's leading the Saints with 10 points as Buckner's leading the Eagles with 12. Buckner looking for a big night with 12 points and 6 rebounds already. Maybe he can get a double-double. You got to pass the ball around
I think
a little bit.
double-double for Ty at this point
Yeah.
is almost a done deal once you start the game. So,
I mean, I'm already trying to think to try to get him a triple-double. I mean, you keep feeding him down low, gets those points up, okay, get those rebounds as well, and then you kick it out when you draw in all the defenders
Does
inside.
he have any assists right now?
No assists yet, but that's what I'm saying is you get more attention to him in the paint, it opens up the
It really
perimeter.
does. That's a really
And
good
there,
in and out.
if
in
he
and out
if
game
he kicks it
strategy.
out,
Yeah.
that will open up. That will give him some assists, maybe a
For sure.
triple-double for a big night for Buckner. What
And
if? That's all we talk
yeah.
about.
The Saints go hard into that full court press, trapping press, but Eagles are able to break out of that fairly easily.
You got to have a lot of confidence in the press.
Yeah. Passing the ball crisply, no lobs. Buckner inside is immediately double teamed. Oh, good find from Fairley and is blocked hard. Think Seth should have maybe pump faked there, but ball will stay with Emmaus. It was a good find though from Nick, passing
Very
up the
great
three,
find.
but
Seth,
good weak
yeah.
side defense from Coster.
Curtula was just a little bit slow to pull that up, and like you said, should have
Yeah,
probably had
no,
a
pump fake there
out
would have been deadly.
Yeah.
Would have made him look silly. Brammer's going to drive inside, and his floater is no good off the rim.
The Saints very well understand that Brammer is the three-point target for the Emmaus Eagles.
Yeah.
They will not let him touch the ball on the perimeter and have 1 second of freedom, and you can tell that by Mendoza's reaction to
I
Brammer.
think Saints are going to keep Mendoza in for most of this game. He's a good matchup for Brammer. Pekka is getting it up top, looking for someone to pass it to. Finds Fairley in the corner. Buckner collects it, finds Brammer.
just like that, super quick.
Oh, Fairley's going to shoot here. Oh, yeah. And his corkscrew shot goes in and out.
Corkscrew shot.
And Buckner trying to go for the what is he tracing down right there? Did you see what happened there, Shane?
No, I was focused on elsewhere, like a good commentator I am.
Yeah, I think Coster just got called for a push there on Buckner, so Eagles will take the ball back. And I think that also means with his 2 fouls, Nunez is going to check in for Coster.
Here we go, this matchup. Hey, Coster's not that bad either. He's been putting a lot of pressure on Buckner.
Yeah, for sure. And Buckner is going to take a shot that rolls in and out. That's a tough break.
You gotta collapse on that bucket right there.
Jay Owens is making an entrance for the Saints as well.
Nick Fairley letting Buckner have that rebound.
Yeah.
Said, no, here you go.
Stat padding, right?
I won't fight with you. You'll rip it out of my hands.
Brammer guarded closely from Black. And Pekka is going to pump fake here, drive inside, and his layup is good.
He's
Great
having a
drive
night.
there. Absolutely. Hey, you want to break it out? Slim Reaper, man.
Slim Reaper. I remember when you first said that.
That length.
I
Get around
loved
the
it.
defenders.
I love that.
Good defense there from Fairley. Got hit pretty hard from the other player, but he's looking like he's going to be okay. So good defensive stop there. And Emmaus is only down by 2 now. Gets it into Buckner, who's working on Nunez. Leaves his shot short, so that's some good defense there. Buckner's been playing a lot of minutes, so box out here. And rebound there from Seth.
The key is for Buckner against Nunez is just to work his way around it. Buckner's much more quicker than he is.
Yes.
And, I mean, Nunez is
Nunez has
he's
got
taller
a,
and he
got
has
a,
the reach on him. But
he's got the like size advantage. Oh,
as well as the experience.
and,
As I love
and a good layup there from Williams.
I love watching Nunez right now. He just was walking down the court with it offensively. It was awesome.
I think when Nunez is in the game, I think like they need to
They're thinking defense for
Well,
sure.
but I also think they need to because I think they need to. Emmaus needs to consider how much they're going to put the ball inside to Tyrus there. They need to move it around more, especially
Yes.
with that big guy locking down the middle and making things harder for Ty.
Saints up 6. Trey
Yeah,
Lack with a
largest lead of
quick,
the game for them.
quick take to the bucket. They're really locking down on Brammer. Not letting him go to work at all.
Yeah, Black doing some great defensive work. And Ty is going to take a long two, and I think that rolls in, yeah. Working on that jump shot.
Ty's
Coach
going
Grau
for the
wondering
record.
whether or not it was a 3, but it's going to go in as a 2.
Defending Nunez.
Nunez, this is a matchup here. Oh, he passes
Get
out
big,
of
Buckner.
it. Jay Owens is going to take a long 3. It rolls in and out, and Pekka is able to track down the board. Not trying to push it too hard, so it's okay. Don't need to. I think the speed of the game really falls into the Saints' hands, especially since they're conditioned for full court press.
For sure.
If you're trying to run,
Some of them, not all.
yeah, great inside move there from Ty over Nunez. Just a 2-point game now. But I think the Saints want to rush the game. They want to speed up the game, and Emmaus can't let them have their way. They gotta play their kind of basketball and not just not rush themselves. Because
Totally
that's how
agree.
they get into a hole.
And that's what happened a few weeks ago against Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Emmaus literally did not play their game, and the scoreboard tells it.
Yeah, Great Lakes was a very experienced, fast team, and they were just controlling the whole game from tempo wise. So I think Emmaus needs to make sure that they're playing slow and steady in offense. 30-32, so pretty close game all
Yes,
around.
sir.
I've enjoyed watching. I think defensively, this CCCB team not quite as good as last year in my opinion, but still very deadly. When they can be.
Totally agree with you here, Joe. You know, like you said before, they're very well coached, especially endurance-wise, and this whole game has literally been paint play. There hasn't been a lot of three-point shooting
And that has to
whatsoever.
That has to go with, I think both teams are playing zone right now.
I
least
believe so.
Emmaus is.
I know you may have started out in man. I don't know what they are in now.
No, they're sticking in the zone. Yep.
But their game plan was go man from my sources, which was their game board. And, yeah, I mean, just keep feeding Buckner. And the thing is, Nunez cannot keep up with them endurance-wise.
Right.
So,
absolutely.
but at the same time, they can substitute,
Sam Adams in.
Coaster as well.
And that win off of Seth, I'm not really good play there, I suppose, from Adams to get his hand in there, and it's going to be a turnover.
It's going to be a tight game all around.
Yeah. Fairley's going to be at the top of the zone along with Pekka. Coach is looking for a foul there on Seth, but it looks like nothing there, and Emmaus will be inbounding the ball.
You hate to see bodies flying around too,
Yeah.
Joe, because that just asks for injuries, and I'm surprised we haven't
Really.
even mentioned it. I mean, you probably mentioned it this past Thursday, but Emmaus is also playing without Zach
Yep.
Skoll, so a great perimeter player he is, and I mean, a team player as well.
Fairley, almost a little bit too much room there, and his shot is just a little left. Ooh, and Fairley gets tripped up with the pump fake, and I think he gets called for a foul there. Yeah, that pump fake worked really well there.
Coach and Nick Fairley.
Yeah, coaches
talking.
telling him not to jump next time.
Emmaus is running the zone on defense.
Yeah, their Saints are doing pretty well as far as like an in and out game.
It's a handoff.
Getting it inside and then also finding perimeter shots. So in and out's working out pretty well for them. I think now that Nunez is out of the game, got to feed it to Buckner. Oh, good
Yes, sir.
good recovery. Ooh, I think Fairley should have. Inside
There it is.
Pekka. Ooh. I'm not sure. Do you think that was quite the?
It is getting
It's
way
a
too
really
aggressive
physical game,
right
yeah.
now, Joe. I gotta tell you that.
I think Coster is really is being really physical on the defensive end as far as
Very
trying to
well.
get blocks and
Yeah.
gets away with a lot of contact over there on Pekka.
It's a little both ways now too.
Yeah.
You know, when one person feels a little disrespected, they just want to lash out a little bit too. So, I hope the refs can keep it calm a little bit for the rest of the game. It hasn't really got too aggressive yet,
Yeah, I
but
mean, that just tries to come from the attitude of
Yes, sir.
of both teams and see who's.
I mean, I love to see an aggressive game for sure.
Yeah,
but
aggressive game, but you can't
nothing
let
too far.
you don't want to let any anger lash out
Oh,
and
yes.
frustration, because that's not what we're playing basketball here for.
Yeah.
We're trying to glorify Christ on the court. So
Yes, sir. Man,
and Emmaus' culture has been really good, you know, helping each other up, but also being really good sports and helping up the other team,
Totally
especially
agree.
when they're at fault for hard foul or something.
on their team board over here for where they meet and game plan, on the board it says it has 3 goals. Well, you can see as goals or 3 objectives of the game is number 1 is to honor God, number 2 honor others, number 3 compete.
Yeah. And I know we didn't mention it right as it happened, but a good basket last time up the court for Ty as he was double teamed and still was able to make it get through. And with just 18 seconds left before halftime, let's see what Emmaus does. Ooh, and Austin.
Emmaus
Ball
is in
goes
their
off
own
his
heads
foot.
right now.
Yeah. Still a
You hate to
4-point
see it.
game, so could be a lot worse.
Oh, for sure. I mean, hopefully they can snap back into it, and you know, halftime's only in 14 seconds, so
Yeah, I got to play a really, really physical last 10 seconds here. Make sure they don't get into their basket. Got a box out here. Good work there from Buckner.
beautiful defense by Pekka.
Yeah. And Emmaus is going to go into the break down just by 4 to a very good CCCB team.
Yes, sir.
I think as the second half gets started in about 15 minutes here or so, I think just being smart on offense in that don't force things. Like, you got to keep moving around on defense, because this is a very very good defensive team in the Saints, and that they will make things hard. So you always got to try and get the best shot possible and
Totally
not force
agree.
anything. So
And if there's a time in a game for you to kind of feel out of it momentum-wise, it's at the end of the half right here, going into halftime. So hopefully Emmaus can bounce back, get their heads in the game, and
just
go
a
to work.
4-point game. It's still very much in it, and we're gonna bring the rest of the game to you after a 15-minute break. So stick around.
So why should you consider the experience at Emmaus as opposed to somewhere else? I think it's very important to know who you are. I went to Emmaus to find out what God's Word said so that I could then, with a sure footing, push forward into the vocational part of my life.
So when I was first looking for schools, I knew that I wanted a really solid counseling program, but I also wanted a biblical core. And I found that here at Emmaus. In my Bible classes, I'm not just learning biblical facts, but I'm also learning how the Bible applies to my life and how I can live it out in my Christian walk. But then in my counseling classes, I'm learning theories and I'm learning scientific information and how the brain works, but I'm also learning how to integrate my faith into that.
So I've had the awesome experience to be part of Student Missionary Fellowship over the past 2 years. And what their purpose is, and part of the opportunity of service that it provides for students, is really getting involved with missionaries who come from around the globe. This gives us an opportunity as students to be aware of what the Lord is doing in places like Burundi, Africa. It's an awesome opportunity not only for the missionaries to come to us, but for us to learn about them and be inspired by the work that the Lord is doing around the globe.
My Emmaus experience has been really transformational, learning how to serve and how to love and seeing the example in that from your professors and seeing how genuinely they care about you, and then getting to apply that to your life and the knowledge you get in classes from how Jesus loved people too, and it's teaching me how to be intentional in people's lives, and I really am looking forward to taking that into the future too, in the workplace, at the church, just in the community, and I just see how it's preparing me long term and it's not just for right here.
The soccer team, it's honestly been so fun, not just in the aspect of playing soccer, but the aspect of being able to fellowship with the team. Just seeing that team dynamic of love one another, serve one another, your team goes first and then soccer. That is an amazing thing that I've honestly never seen before. That's what the gospel does to people, is that at the end of the day, it's not about soccer, it's about fellowship.
I had a group of 4 guys who got together every Thursday night and just poured over whatever we had read that week. Fiction, nonfiction, things in God's Word, things in books that we'd read, and we would just discuss, and we loved to write too. So we'd get together and we'd share whatever we'd written that week. Those relationships, we still keep in touch daily, share our thoughts daily, and it's the most lasting, lifelong commitments I've ever had.
Putting all those together and just seeing how, my life has changed so far while I've been here, and I'm excited to see how else it continues to change.
And with the second half just about to get underway, Emmaus finds himself down just by 4.
Just 4. Just 4.
Very, very much still in this game. And back-to-back wins here would be huge going into the end of the season.
A huge conference tournament coming up next week. A lot of people believe, and what I've been hearing around town is just the whole conference this year is, I mean, even though Barclay is ranked pretty high in the national rankings, I would still say it's up for grabs. Barclay has had too many close games against multiple conference competitors to say that they are going to run away with it easily. Obviously, they are the they do have
but yeah,
the
Emmaus
highest
only
spot to
lost
win,
to
but
Barclay by 10 again back in January. I think Faith is also definitely a team that could come out of nowhere and win again, but
I wouldn't be surprised if these Emmaus Eagles will make a run in the conference
yeah, for sure.
tournament.
We will be
Or
bringing
even
that
the
to you
Saints.
next weekend, and we'll see what happens. So we're excited for that.
A lot of good players, a lot of good future for the MCCC conference, and
And
looking
a
forward to it.
good steal right at the first possession there for Nick Fairley.
Nick Fairley had a rough first half. Hopefully he can bounce
Yeah,
back in the
he was
second.
held scoreless even though he had a number of chances. And back-to-back turnovers from both teams here.
Let's see if we can make it back to back to back.
That would be
To back.
nice. Little mismatch there. Yep, got to pass him off to Nick Fairley. Ty working the perimeter. And Adams is going to be left open for 3. That's going to go off the left side of the rim into the hands of Jacob
Leslie with the rebound.
Yeah, good strong
Fairley.
rebound.
Acting as point.
Fairley being guarded hard by Thorpe. Finds Pekka, who's still roving the perimeter.
Rovin.
Fairley double teamed,
Oh.
and he's stripped. It's going to go
There's a dunk.
right into
Ooh.
a
No.
layup for Thorpe.
That's
Mance
just
has
an
got
easy
to
bucket
find
right
a
there.
bucket here soon.
They're playing very aggressive defense right now. Emmaus cannot find an open shot anywhere.
All right. Yeah, and I'd say credit to Trey Coster guarding Ty Buckner. So
Yeah.
it's a tough matchup for anybody, and he seems like he's been doing pretty well. Ty still has 18 points, but it's been a very
Yep.
tough 18.
Ty already has a double-double.
That 18 was not easy to get for sure. And a foul on the floor. Looks like that one's going to go on Williams for a push.
You know, I love watching the coaches as well during games to see what kind of mannerisms they have. And Coach Grau loves the pace, and the Saints coach is
Jack
having a
DeFreitas.
squat, really watching him.
He's a very intense coach, too. He expects a lot out of his players, and that's a good mindset to have. I think push them to their full potential. So
We were talking about that a little bit too during the break, is just how Grau coaches and how he really builds a culture for the team, and we've seen that a lot this year. And when a player goes down, and how they hustle to pick him up, and Coach Grau's done an excellent job of having a culture, and hopefully that can transition to the conference tournament and future years here for the Emmaus
he's got
Eagles
a
basketball
young
program.
team, a lot of opportunity here, and good poke from Jacob Leslie. Ball is gonna sail out of bounds, and Saints are gonna inbound it here.
Just a little confusion on the.
I think there's a shot clock error maybe. Inside shot from Coster is no good, and Fairley with a good strong rebound.
Seems like they forgot to run the scoreboard on that last transition there, but they got it going now.
Working around the perimeter, trying to find a shot, trying to find it inside to Buckner.
They're just trying to find anything at this point,
And
Joe.
that was
Let me tell
actually
you
some
that.
really good defense there from Williams. Let's see what good pass from Thorpe to get it to Coster.
That's beautiful for the Saints right
It
there.
was good. And Emmaus is really struggling to get some offense here. The defense has really been picking it up the past 10 minutes from the first half as well.
Man.
It's just been a tough string of minutes here for the Eagles. And another layup is good, and it's up to a 10-point lead for the Saints. And
there's a good timeout right there from Coach Grau.
yeah, it's slipping away. It's getting a little out of hand. 6 straight points out of the break, and
the sucky part is it's not from skill. It's just from mistakes,
Yeah.
and it's like they're in their heads,
Shooting
and
themselves in the foot.
they are. Emmaus is, and I mean, kudos to the Saints. They're doing it. They came out of the halftime, guns are blazing. You know, they're doing extremely well on defense right now, and just have been able to transition that to offense and from turnovers from the Eagles. For the Eagles to really stay in this game, Joe, they got to find an open player. They've done.
Yeah.
Saints who came out saying we need to stop. Tyrus has 18 points in the first half, no more, and really.
And then that's when our other players need to step up and I think be more confident just to shoot some shots.
Yeah, Coaster's been like a pain in his side, just in these 3 minutes. So you gotta find a way to get the ball to him. They're forcing Emmaus into making difficult passes, and Emmaus has not been able to handle that pretty well, and they've been having way too many turnovers.
Yeah.
So
Austin, Nick, and Steven are all good shooters, and I think they need to take some more shots. I know they're putting a lot of tension on Tyrus, like as they should, because he's integral part of our offense. But really, I think some more long-range shots would be good here.
There's that full press right there.
And a hard foul there from Black, who's not happy with it, but
it's good sportsmanship right there.
Yeah,
from Black.
very intense
God, I appreciate that. Love it.
Yeah, very intense game. Good to see Austin.
Very
back
aggressive.
up.
You know.
Yeah. You know, Austin seems like he's playing 40 minutes every game, so he's a
bruiser.
Yeah, putting 40 minutes in every game. He's really committed to this team's success. Oh, good find from
Buckner.
Austin right into
There we
tie.
go.
Good movement all around.
That is their first points of the half for the Eagles right there.
It took them.
Fans love it.
It took them 3 full minutes to get some points in, so very much needed. Let's see if we can get a defensive stop here too.
Nice run in the zone.
Williams working the baseline. That was some good defense there, and a good no call, in my opinion. Oh, good little find there. And he smokes the layup. John Williams is not happy with himself, and Emmaus catches a nice break.
I like John Williams' play, though. He sneaks around the court, and you have no idea where he is at all times, and that's why.
Oh, hard foul. Hard foul from Williams, again on Brammer. Looked like he definitely got some ball there, but he also leaned pretty hard into him and forced him to the ground, so he'll be shooting 2. It's his second foul only, so he's doing okay in that respect. But 3 fouls to none right now. Emmaus doesn't have any fouls and already 3, so I wonder if the more fouls that they're going to be calling against the Saints, the sooner Emmaus will get into the bonus, and every single free throw helps get out of a hole.
This is true. A couple weeks ago, they were playing Calvary, and they were able to bounce back in the game by just free throws. So.
And Austin's able to drain both of them, and it's just a 6-point lead now. Trey Black's going to take a long 3, and that one's going to go in and out, but
he's had a really quiet night.
Yeah, Koster with a really, really physical rebound, and he puts it back out to Sam Adams, who's able to get, or who's able not able to get his 3-pointer to go. So good strong rebound there.
Here's the thing,
Leslie.
Joe. Trey Black has 12 points right now, and one of each category as well, rebounds and assists. But 12 points for any other player would be, a pretty decent night. But for Trey Black, it seems like it's really quiet for him.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting more for this half from him.
And that was some good movement there from Austin. Ooh, and Fairley's called for a foul there. Oh, but that was some good offensive movement from Austin to work the baseline. His layup wasn't able to fall, but still good ball movement, trying to get into that position. And Mendoza looks like he's going to find his way into the game for we'll find out.
See, the Saints' defense is already scary enough with putting pressure on each of the players and causing them to force aggressive passes that turn into turnovers, and then you add Mendoza to the mix, and it's pretty much whoever he's on is kind of quiet for whatever that period may be.
He's a shutdown perimeter defender, and Adams is going to check out. And you know what? In my opinion, I think Emmaus, the fans, need to be louder during
yeah.
opposing free throws. There's nothing
yeah.
that says you can't be loud.
This is true, but Emmaus, I guess the culture here at Emmaus, they really like to be respectful even in every aspect or every environment.
Yeah.
If we were in the championship game and a free throw to win it for the opposing team, I would put money on that Emmaus fans would still be quiet. Blows my mind.
Yeah.
Back to my high school days and the chance we would have, but
yeah. And good pass there to find Buckner inside. And one opportunity for
good moves by Coster.
For Coster.
Coster.
Yeah. He's playing really well this game, and
but you gotta love that from the Emmaus fans, just trying to be as respectful to everyone as they can.
Yeah.
We're just hyping everyone up now. Beautiful move by Coster. Get him to the line. Someone reminding the Emmaus Eagles to box out. Don't know who it was. Friendly reminder.
What in the world just happened there? Had a confusion on the inbound, and CCCB gets the ball right away. And another inside shot there from Coster, but Thorpe comes flying in for a rebound.
You could only hope that they can, the Eagles can create a turnover here or get the ball back somehow from that mistake they made from the inbound. More confusion going on.
Yeah, can't get in our own heads here. Right now, we're our own worst enemy, I think.
This is true. They're still easily within the game, only 7 points.
Looks like a shot clock error. Wondering whether or not the ball hit the rim on that shot attempt that
It did
Thorpe
not.
came flying in out of nowhere to
It
take
did
that
not.
rebound.
I don't believe it did.
So I think they're gonna.
How about we run back the replay, Joe, and see what we said?
Well,
I'm watching the replay right now, and it says
for
nope, it did
replay
not hit the rim.
purposes, that means you would have to go back on YouTube and block from Buckner, but Black's able to pull it back. I mean, it's definitely in an offensive funk here.
trying to force something.
A lot of hand checking, hearing a lot of noise. Oh, and a bad pass from Buckner, and Fairley's not able to collect it. I'm hearing a lot of hand checking from the Saints, and they're very scrappy as far as whenever rebounds are happening, they will come underneath and try to undercut them.
So true.
And it's just annoying almost at this point, the kind of how scrappy they play, and that's just I think that's the goal they're trying to get there right there, is just trying to be pesky players.
They're just getting in Emmaus' head right now, and it's going to show you. It's showing.
Yeah. Inside to Buckner. See what he does here. He's going to do a turnaround, is no good, and strong rebound there from Koster. He's going to bring it up the floor, dumps it off to Black.
Don't jump.
And
Coach
guys
said
are
it, don't
jumping
jump.
Again.
Yeah.
That's something that Coach told him at halftime. Just
He got two of them.
now, what is that foul called there? I'm not really sure what that arm movement means. But they called a foul or some sort of violation on Mendoza.
The reset of 30 seconds on the shot clock.
Interesting.
Foul on Mendoza. I believe he was just grabbing someone.
Yeah. Yeah, this full court press is working very well for the Saints, and
It's
they're
frustrating.
playing scrappy.
It's frustrating to watch, and I can't imagine what it would feel like as a player right now.
And
They're in
Black
their
picks
heads.
up another foul there. I think Emmaus is playing a little scared right now, and I don't like that.
They're playing soft. They're playing scared.
Right, and I think they need to bring the game to them. And if the Saints are gonna be physical, they need to be physical right back.
There is zero energy Emmaus Eagles have right now, and
good track down there from Petka. There's the foul there. There's a good blocking foul on Mendoza there, and that's exactly what needs to happen for Emmaus here. They need to keep being physical. They're already at 6 fouls, the Saints are, and one more, they're in the single bonus. And so just keep being physical, keep forcing them to foul you guys.
Just be physical,
Inside
have some
to Buckner,
energy.
who's going to go in, and he's stripped actually by Mendoza, so good play there by him. And Pekka, hard foul. And
Man, they're getting a
Thorpe's
little
gonna go to the
chippy
line.
down there. Not vocally, but physically, they are.
That's just some frustration, I think.
I think it's
but
especially on the Emmaus
Got to
side.
keep playing hard on both sides of the ball.
I just feel the tension. I'm not gonna lie, Joe. It just feels a little tense, especially with Emmaus being in their head. Just seem like they don't have that much energy right now. But
Yeah, 13-point game, 14-point game. It's starting to slip. It was 4 points at halftime, so Emmaus has not been able to get very much offense this half.
the Emmaus legend Tiffany Williams reminding the men to box out, and hopefully they can, and get some more points on the board. But there's no need for a box out there because he made it.
Perfect 3 throws there from Thorpe. Got to get it up the court here.
Got 20 seconds to work with here. Emmaus just use it up, find an open shot, and take it. Get the points you can. They got time.
Fairley finds a quick pass inside to Buckner, and his shot
There
rolls
it is.
in there. Good, strong play. And there's some much-needed points. Now let's see if they can get a stop here. And a good look-away pass there from Mendoza.
Crowd getting into it.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
And a charge, actually. Great defensive play there from Buckner. And that's another foul. I think that was on Thorpe, actually. So that's his we'll see. They call that on Williams, actually. That's his third already. So.
It's a common misconception that you need your feet planted for a charging foul. All that matters is who initiates the contact.
Yeah.
And in that play, the
He's
Saints
definitely the
initiated the
offensive player,
contact.
Yeah. Emmaus is now in the bonus, and that's going to be huge. Black guarding Pekka very closely. I think Austin gets around him. Pekka's got to shoot that. And this three-pointer is in and out.
Ooh.
Right to Buckner, who puts it back in. Great tip there from Jacob.
That was a
Leslie.
great job from Jacob of crashing into the net there, and then Buckner just retrieving the rebound.
4 quick points here, and Emmaus some energy back from the crowd. And another stop here would be huge.
You can feel the energy coming back into it. They feel alive again. And there it is.
Bramer gets called for a foul there. Playing hard.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
They're in it. They're in it.
Just like the other team is.
All it tells you is they're in it. They're in it now.
Oh, good stop there from Fairley. Oh, he can't find the ball.
He lost the ball.
Find the ball. Oh, that's tough. And DeFreitas
Saints
from
decide to
Saints are not happy.
They take-
And what happened there? Does he get called for a tech? I'm confused here. What's going on?
I am confusion.
I wonder if he got
Some
called for a technical foul.
kind of miscommunication, I believe.
Or maybe it was a clock issue.
Probably clock errors.
Okay. Because that's a strange stop of the game. Yeah, they didn't say it was a tech, so he's okay.
Just gives those boys on the court take a little break, stand around, catch your breath.
Yeah. They've been having a lot of shot
Stretch.
clock issues this game, so got to get that in order. Sam Adams is going to try a mid-range pull-up, and it is good. Lead is back up to 13, and Emmaus needs to put together some good offensive possessions to try and get back into this game.
Emmaus
the
trying to
more
go
that
at their own
Emmaus
pace.
is going to it goes to the line here, the better shot they'll have. The more that they can get him into foul trouble. And a three-point attempt from Leslie is off.
He'll surprise you sometimes, Joe. He will.
And a good strip from Austin. Good no call from the refs as he was going straight for the ball and stopped the layup there.
He did. Make him earn it.
So it'll be an inbounds play. Williams is going to drive in on Leslie, who gets a block, but he gets his own rebound, and that's really unfortunate after a good defensive play there from Leslie. With their lead, CCCB has let up of the press just a little bit. Buckner is able to collect it back to Fairley, whose floater rolls out. That's tough. Need to go a little bit more arc on that thing.
Fairley still unable to get on that the board of points.
Yeah, it's a interestingly quiet night for him. And a corner three banks
what in the world? He just banked in.
That was not a good shot, and he gets lucky with the bank.
You know, the ref on this, right here, one of these refs, you should have saw his face. He was.
Floater from Pekka is perfect. Great play there from Buckner to get him the assist. Williams working on Fairley. Gets past him. Good inside find to Mendoza, and that was just a breakdown there on the weak side of the ball. A lot of experience from the CCCB team, and it's definitely showing. And Buckner is going to take a long shot, and it rolls in for a three-pointer.
He is doing everything right now.
So my understanding is that the black line is not actually the three-point line.
It is not. So the blue line is the three-point line this year. Next year, they're moving it back to the black line. So the black line will be next year's three-point line.
All right. Buckner puts a screen on for Pekka. Fairley backing in, and his shot goes out and around. That is a tough miss there.
Is as cold as this room right now.
And a block from Pekka, but John Williams gets the rebound. Box out.
Hey, that's the thing is if Trey Black's not there, John Williams is.
I just don't understand how he's able to get a rebound there after the
everywhere, Joe. I'm telling you, these
ridiculous.
Two are a great
everywhere.
duo, and they're gonna lead this conference in the future, and I'm excited to see
Black is a junior, so he's only got 1 year.
This is true, but I'm talking about Williams.
Oh, yes.
But I mean, you still got actually, technically, you still got 2 more years with Black, so.
Yeah.
Because this year does not count towards their
eligibility. Yeah. Lane violation.
Another lane violation. That's 2 today.
Yeah, I think
that isn't crazy.
Yeah, I guess that must have been on CCB. I don't know who.
That's 2 points. That is 2
there.
points CCCB does not have because of lane violations. Man, they just can't get anything working right now.
Great defensive, strong rebound there from Pekka.
Those are strong fingers right there.
Yeah, really. That rebound there was greatly needed. Thank you. There's a foul. CCB is like the physicality of their team right now is kind of ridiculous. They need to. Emmaus is obviously being affected by it, but
100% mentally too.
You know what? I think Emmaus needs to really do what they can to keep initiating CCB into fouls, because if they're already being aggressive, then all they need to do is go a little bit on their own end, and then they're going to get another foul. 8 fouls already.
It's insane.
Yeah. So
I mean, they're not far behind with 5 themselves.
Keep fouling them.
It's an 18-point game right now, Joe.
From what we saw in the first half, this is almost night and day. Emmaus was able to break out of the press very well. Offense was clicking. and it's a totally just a total reversal in the second half.
This does not the scoreboard does not show the talent that Emmaus has right now, and they've played really poorly in these first 12 minutes.
Yeah, really they have. And
So hopefully with these last 8, I mean technically it's 9 minutes, but 8 minutes and 50 seconds you have left. Emmaus can really pull something through and bring the momentum on their side, get some energy back from the crowd.
I've not seen very many
Make a
three-pointers
comeback.
taken either, and I think that's how they need to get back in this game. I'm not saying just launch.
Yes.
I'm just saying that you need to like key in on that a little bit more.
I mean, here's the thing. Nick Fairley is shutout today.
Except for that free throw.
Now, Nick Fairley has 1 point, and soon to be 2, maybe. Has been decent on free throws all year, so.
You'd think he would. Yep. It's off the front,
I spoke it to be.
and you jinxed it, buddy.
I jinxed it. What in the world just
Wow.
happened there?
So
And it went in.
yeah, good.
That was fantastic,
That was
John
a
Williams.
Great layup.
May's just trying to find something working. Just trying to find a open player to get some buckets in there.
Austin for 3 is short.
That's one of the. I believe, I could be mistaken, very well, but I believe that was one of his first, if not the first, 3-pointer he pulled up in this half.
Yeah. John Williams is just eating this defense alive here. How many points is he up to now, Shane?
John Williams he only has 17, and Trey
But
Black.
only 17.
Yeah, and Trey Black's there. Actually, no. John Williams is 19, and Trey Black's just 1 point ahead of him with 20. But then Buckner's over here with sort of quiet, 39 and 13 rebounds. He has a double-double.
39 points.
29, my bad.
I was going to say, no way.
39 would be insane. I mean,
Yeah.
39, then you add 10 to that total right there. And we're only down by 11. But
This game is slipping away quickly, and Emmaus needs to get back into
Emmaus has
it.
only made 3 3-pointers this whole entire game. And they've barely taken any. But, I mean, the percentage is under 30%, close to 20%
Yeah, and
in
that's
the
just
3-pointers tonight. But Nick Fairley, one of the big contributors offensively, only has 1 point on the board from that last free throw. And Austin only has 7, who is also another big offensive contribution there. But that's that. I mean, they're feeding Buckner, but now you need a perimeter game, and they haven't had that yet.
Yeah.
And having Mendoza out there, as well as just the rest of the players for the Saints, they've really shut down the perimeter.
And another foul called. Good work from Black to get inside. Yeah, they calling out on Seth. Yeah, it's just been tough sled in the second half. Not really much to say other than the offense just hasn't been there for the Eagles, and that's just credit to halftime adjustments from the Saints.
Oh, yeah. They've been lights out defensively.
Yes.
But also, like we've been saying, they've been very physical. And I think that got into the Eagles' heads.
You know, something we haven't seen this half is Nunez for the Saints.
This is true. I mean, you're up this much. I don't think you really need
But
to put them in right now.
They've kept most of their starters out actually on the floor, but I think they're trying to be very quick and
Good
shot
move.
different tires.
That's a big boy move right there. You see him moving there?
Yeah, the Saints are trying to be very quick on both offensive defense, and Nunez out there, you know, with his size is not really going to be someone that would help them in that way. Pekka in the corner for 3 is in.
That's what they need right
That's
now.
5 quick points there, and the momentum is starting to creep back just a little bit. Another stop here would
Feel
be
that
huge.
energy. The fans feel the energy. The players start feeling it then.
Yeah, really. Another big stop here would be great for this team. Corner, they got a box out here. Good work there from the defense. Let's see if they can get another basket here. Keep cutting into this lead. Fairley gets the ball, passes it back, gets it back, and dribbles it off his foot.
That's something I've noticed a lot this game is just they have not been able to control the ball. Like, not necessarily through dribbling, but just controlling the ball in their hands well.
Yeah.
Either receiving a pass or passing
Very,
the ball.
very uncharacteristic of him to make a mistake like that. And Mendoza's 3 is money. He's actually a very good shooter, even though we've keyed in on his defense most of the time. With just over 6 minutes left, and Seth is going to take a 3, and it goes in as well. We don't see Seth shoot very often.
There we go. I love it.
He is actually a better shooter than people might think. So great to see that out of him.
He's going to be talking about that all week.
Adams tries to repay the favor, but can't get it to go. But the Saints are able to get the ball back, actually. Black working on Pekka, and his pull-up
Trey
shot
Black.
is good.
It's incredible.
Yeah, he's a great shooter.
See what the Eagles can do offensively.
Yeah, Austin needs a drive in there. And no foul called, but Buckner there to pick up the garbage. And
That's a shocking no call right there, I got to say.
yeah, you know what? It
But I
is
mean,
what
I
it
think they're
is.
letting him play. They both were
Yeah.
physical to the point.
You got to get that
of the
rebound
tag.
there, and that's a foul. Thank you. CCCB's intensity is
Some good sportsmanship there.
on the offensive and defensive rebounding.
Trey
there
Black
is,
is down.
called there. You know, I think him getting hurt is just obviously we don't like to see it, but that's just because of how physical they're being, and it's just a product of their game. If
I believe it. I mean, we can only hope it's a cramp. I think it is maybe, or his knee.
yeah, he could have.
Seems-
It could have been a hyperextension, and I think he might have even gotten it twisted.
Yeah.
Pushed in rather. Yeah, so a hyperextension then.
Yeah, he does have a
Yeah.
knee brace on that left knee of his, and seems to be that's where the pain is coming from.
Okay, yeah, when you hyperextend, especially your knee or your arm, those are the two joints that should not be getting hyperextended. Like, they can only bend one way, or at least they should. So when they get bent in, that's really painful.
I mean,
so hopefully
yeah.
he's going to be okay.
Well, we got Mrs. Iverson over there. She has magic hands, and she's going to work on that knee. So
yeah, taking
man,
the brace
yeah.
off and going to stretch it out a little bit here.
Mrs. Iverson easily, definitely biased, but best trainer in the conference. She has a plaque that says it. She does actually.
I haven't seen that one.
But I mean, hopefully Trey Black can come back on the court in these last 5 minutes. But I mean,
Yeah.
the Saints honestly might not need him for the
With
rest
their
of the game.
18-point lead in 5 minutes ago, it seems bleak at this point for the
Yeah.
Eagles. But really, like you said, anything is
Oh
possible.
no, yeah, I'm like
They got to
just
keep
the
their heads up
transition
here.
there within a minute, less than a minute, 30 seconds,
Yeah.
they scored 5 points.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anything can happen, and if they're shooting, and who knows who the unlikely star could be, because they've been locked down on Brammer all game, and locked down on really much everyone. So maybe Seth becomes that unlikely star and starts making a lot of those big shots. But if Trey Black ends the night there, he ends with 24 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. But
Yeah, I
Pretty-
would not.
a really good
I would
game
not
for
see
him tonight.
I would not see him. I can't see him really coming back. And Nunez is going to make his first
especially with
entrance of the
conference,
second half.
especially with conference tournament coming up,
Yeah,
might want to just keep him on the bench, keep him healthy, and
Yeah.
hopefully that
good to see him standing up at least.
the depth on the bench can keep up the score.
Buckner hits the first.
One of my favorite parts is when free throw shooter goes for high fives. No one goes to high five him, and he's just
sitting there waiting.
just
for
sitting
it.
there. Or you're not even just waiting. You just got to high five yourself at that point.
Yeah. Or the ghosts for technical free throws when there's nobody on the line.
Yes. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Acting like Sam Darnold, seeing ghosts out there.
Ty has just been lights out from the free throw line as of late. It's really, really cool to see him shoot like he has been out there. And Seth playing some good defense on the much larger Nunez. He's got a size mismatch here, and see if he can. He's getting the ball in here. See if he gets some help from Buckner.
That is a huge mismatch.
That's
I
a
got to say
giant
that right now.
mismatch, yeah.
Seth Kurtula on Nunez right there was.
Yeah,
That was
the
a
Saints
crazy
were-
mismatch.
Saints were smart to go and exploit that. Get it right back into Buckner, who's going to work on Nunez himself. And
There you
puts it
go,
right
big
in.
boy. Sorry for screaming that into Mike, but you just got to love the paint play.
And we see Hamilton coming to the game for the first time this game. Nunez is going to take a wild shot here off the front of the rim.
Emmaus needs to track the ball.
Yeah, they've just been letting up way too many offensive rebounds here, and that's 80 points is what's going to happen.
Still down 18, 4 minutes to go.
Oh, step back three from Austin. Beautiful. That's so smooth.
That's what we're usually seeing right there.
Yeah.
And with Trey Black out, not being able to play some strong defense on Austin or whoever it may be, Steven Petco.
Now Owens is going to take his corner three, and that one's off. And good rebound there from the Eagles, and a foul again on Austin.
He's getting banged up.
He's getting really banged up. He has been, especially with how physical the CCCB has been, almost just ruthless. It seems like on the treatment, going in for the rebounds and stuff. So
it's really scary to see, any player go down.
Yeah. So I would hope that they could at least bring back the pressure and intensity a little bit. They don't need to be running into. Don't need to see any more injuries this game. That's for sure.
Tyrus walked Austin to the line. Just how you walk old ladies across the street.
Did you just compare Austin to an old lady?
No.
Better not have. That's my guy. Let's see if he makes a second one. And it does roll in. Austin favoring his leg a little bit here. Let's see if he can finish out strong. 14-point game. Yeah, like you said, Shane, anything can happen.
Hey, 14 points, that's nothing.
Yeah, just got to get some good defensive stops in a row.
They just need to score 14 points. That's all. And a couple defensive stops.
With the way the game has been going, it seems like that might be harder than said. And good D, but straight into the hands of Nunez. It's tough.
You got to box out there. You got to watch the ball, know where the players are. Out there, Nunez was able to sneak away and go to the other side of the hoop.
No, I'd like to see Pekka shoot some more threes actually in the next couple minutes. Yep, and there's another foul there.
That was unintentional. That was unintentional for sure by
it's just
Owens there. That's
they're
tough.
Always trying to get into passing lanes and undercut rebounds. So
traffic lanes too. You know, it's just unfortunate. And honestly, I mean, yeah, you don't want to be fouling right now if you're the Saints. So,
no. Double
you're
bonus. So every single foul is going to be 2 shots. And Ty has been.
I mean, you're keeping Emmaus from making big plays with just threes, but you're giving him 2 free baskets.
Yeah, with 3 minutes left,
matter.
every single foul is two chances.
And you stop the clock.
Points. Yeah.
So you definitely don't want to be fouling right now if you're the Saints.
And Tyrus strains the next one. What's Tyrus shooting this game from the line? Has he missed at all?
Free throws?
Yeah.
I don't believe he has missed a free throw this game. Let me check.
Oh, Williams putting the moves on.
No, he is 8 for 8 in free throws.
Yeah, that's great to see from him.
Austin is 3 for 4. Nick Fairley is 1 for 2. And on the Saints side.
Oh, good. A block there from Fairley, but Owens is able to get his own rebound.
Hey, get this. Trey Black is 2 for 6 for free throws.
Oh, you got to box out here. Got to box out. Good rebound there from Fairley. Good, strong rebound. Oh, Pekka in the corner for 3. Let's go. 3-pointers.
There we go,
Pekka.
baby.
That's a huge
big
shot
hit.
right there.
His family loves it.
This
His family
lead is
standing
11,
up.
Shane.
They love it.
Keep playing hard on D. Get the board there, boys. And that should be a foul, but it's not. There is a foul. Trying to undercut Tyrus. That's going to go on Nunez, and another 2 shots on the line.
Man, the boys, the Eagle boys are just getting banged up out there. And so are the Saints.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's a physical game all around.
It's of their own doing, though. If they're getting hurt, they're doing it to themselves. So.
But, I mean, refs are letting them play. And
what are we seeing here? Is this Trey Black coming back into the game?
That is very surprising.
I think he just must be okay here, I guess. They might be bringing out Coster. He's looking a little worse for the wear. And the first miss of the game for Buckner.
Don't want to be seeing that.
Nope, they're actually going to bring out Nunez. Let's see him make this one to a 10-point game.
No, Trey Black is out. Trey Black is right there.
Yep, I know. He
Oh, I thought you
just
said
made
he
it
didn't.
back in. Yeah. And Buckner hits the second one. So with 2 minutes left now, it's gonna be critical. And seeing Trey Black come back on the court for the Saints is
I love to
definitely
see
not
it.
something. Like, glad to see he's okay, but definitely gonna be a problem for Eagles defense.
The question
And-
is,
and
when
on
do you
offense, too.
start fouling?
Hamilton's gonna take a corner three. That one's off, but Austin comes away with the rebound.
Big rebound there.
Gets it to Pekka, who's going to take a pull-up two, and it's off. Just off. Just off. But Blacksman flying out there, even after he just got hurt, and Seth's just going to get called for a blocking foul there. Seems like even with just Trey coming onto the team for the past minute that he's been checked in, it seems like it's a whole new team out there when he's out there.
Who?
When Trey Black
Yes.
comes back into the game. Like, that's a whole new team defensively.
Yeah, they're definitely not momentum, but the energy definitely picks up.
Yeah.
Offensively and defensively.
10-point
Especially that
game
now
here,
he can
you know,
lock
Andy?
down someone.
See if they're going to try and shoot a three here or keep going inside. And Austin.
That was a great pass by
great
Austin.
find. And a good reverse layup from Austin Brammer. It's a single-digit game, and they're gonna foul. That's probably It's probably the best idea that they can do.
It's a heads-up play right there by Pekka.
Yeah.
Mendez is going to be coming in.
No, not Mendez. It's Cruz Montoya or Mendoza.
What did I say, Mendez?
Yeah, you said Mendez. I said
Mendoza.
Montoya, so we're both
It's
wrong.
Mendoza. I know it's Mendoza.
It's Mendoza.
Who'd you say?
Not bad.
You said
No, you said Mendez. I said Montoya.
Why did you say Montoya?
Because I was going for the two-syllable thing there, and I just kind of messed up.
Montoya. I was closer than you were, man.
Yeah.
Goodness. Montoya, where in the world did that come from?
My name is Inigo Montoya.
Oh,
No, I don't know. I just popped out.
okay. Well, hey, I'm feeling good if you're in the Eagles spot.
Hey, but even if the Eagles aren't able to get back into this, or they are back into this game, that is for sure. But even if they're not able to win, talk about the past like 10 minutes of gameplay. They've really turned it around. They were struggling like a lot on offense, and the way that they've been able to respond and get some more buckets just shows that they're not giving up and not letting it.
Yes.
And even though the game got away from them a little bit, they weren't gonna give up, and it shows by the lead only being 8 points now.
And Jay Owens on the free throw line right now. According to the Saints website, he has not shot a free throw this year. That's what this website says. I don't know if that could be true or not, but so we have no idea if he's a good free throw shooter or not. But we're about to find out. Joe.
All right, you had enough.
Do you like being called Joseph?
I
Joey?
would think not.
You don't? Okay.
See
Joe?
See if he's able, okay. Especially if he misses this first one, getting a rebound here is top priority.
This guy's a freshman. Is there pressure? No pressure for Jay.
Makes the first one. Still gotta get the
9
rebound
point
here.
game.
Cannot allow any offensive rebounds for the rest of the game. And both free throws are good, so he does his job at the line. And 10-point game again. Austin's gonna take a pull-up three, and it rolls off the
Gotta
rim,
foul.
and you gotta foul him. Yep. Koster's gonna go to the line.
It's all up to the free throws, Joe.
Yeah, this last minute, this last 55 seconds of the game will be the longest of your life.
Sit back, ladies and gentlemen. Grab some popcorn because this is going to take as long as the second half.
And wondering what's happening here.
There was something on the floor, and the ref saw it, and he said, "Let me save your
Was
lives."
it looked like almost like an earring or something. Interesting.
Maybe a player lost some jewelry.
You're not supposed to be wearing jewelry out on the court here.
I don't believe so.
Pekka's going to take a 3, and it's short.
Just drive. They don't need threes. You don't need to shoot a 3. Just get a quick bucket. You have 43 seconds. Come on,
At this point, you just got to get points.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter how they come. Just
check
got to get them.
check out this ref and how he flicks the ball towards the free throw shooter. Never mind. He did it cool last time. He didn't do it cool this time.
They gave a little bit of a front spin there last time. See if Williams.
I liked it.
Oh, nope, Williams made it. You know, imagine being called John Williams and not being the composer of Star Wars in Jurassic Park.
I don't think anyone really thinks that, Joe. I mean,
literally, when I saw John Williams first, I literally thought of
a composer,
the old composer dude. This entire game.
I thought of the freshman guard that is 6'2", playing for the Saints.
Wow, of course he would. Fairley, first.
He's a beautiful man.
Of the game for Fairley is a 3-pointer.
And he fouls.
9-point game here still, but
what a catch by the ref.
Oh yeah. Over the.
He points towards the Saints bench.
Yeah, make sure that they caught
saw
that
it.
on camera.
I don't know if they did.
That's his NFL scouting tape right there.
I think the bench for the Saints liked that catch. It was a quick catch, and he brought it into his chest.
Williams at the line yet again. See if he hits. And
He does.
both teams are going to be in the double bonus now, so 2 shots regardless. And really, the Saints have been doing their job at the line. You know,
They have been.
They've been hitting, and that's keeping Emmaus at an arm's reach.
They've been hitting. Sorry.
I know they just missed, but
Quick bucket here for Emmaus. That's what they need.
ooh.
Oh, that was a
tough
prayer.
shot there from. Oh, right into the hands of Kurtula, who
And
gets
fouled.
fouled and will be going to the line.
That was a prayer shot.
Almost was able to get an and 1 there. That would have been huge, but it'll just be 2 here. Let's see what Seth's been doing
What the Seth's
at
been
the
doing.
line. I don't know if I've seen Seth at the line this year yet. At least at home. And it's out, in and out. Let's get this next one in. You know, Shane, I'm just glad that they're playing hard until the end.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, win or loss, you're going into the conference tournament hungry no matter what. If you're the Eagles with only 1 win in the season,
Yeah.
you know, wanting to prove yourself as a young team. We'll see what they can do.
And
I'm
now
looking forward to it, though.
Mendoza is going into the line this time. He's a pretty good shooter, so I would assume that both these would be good.
He's a lefty.
Yeah, lefty.
You don't see a
lefties
lot
are
of
always
those.
fun to watch shoot.
That was really fun to watch, Joe.
Doesn't no is Nick a lefty?
No, Nick is not a lefty. Nick is just a weird shooter.
Okay, yeah. Pekka with a long 3 is off the side of the
Man,
backboard.
that just flew into Owen's face.
And they're gonna continue fighting with just 5 seconds left. I think these last 2 free throws from Jay Owens will be the last that I think we'll see. I don't see them fouling anymore.
I agree.
And Jacob Leslie's gonna come back into the game.
Great first half from the Emmaus Eagles, I gotta say. Second half, I mean, it took them a while to really find their pace, but when they found it, it was too late.
Yeah, Fairley actually fouled out, so that's why we saw Jacob come in.
Nick, fouling out. But, I mean, a win or loss, you got to go into the conference tournament, if either team, with just the hunger to win.
He's also going to put up a last-second shot. He will, and it's going to be short. Tough, hard-fought game. Really, really good offensive performance from the Saints. It's tough to see, but you can definitely notice that they tried hard, and they kept their heads up in the second half to try and come back. So.
And as a Emmaus fan, you know, look at the score, and in knowing from watching it, you know that it was a different game than just what the scoreboard says.
Yeah.
But both teams excellent teams, and looking forward to see what they can do in the conference tournament.
And a quick word of prayer here, and we will actually we'll sign off. And next weekend actually will be the next time. There will be live stream. So a lot of games coming up over these 3 days.
A lot of games.
Lot of games.
We will be the Emmaus Eagles and Dubuque I will be hosting the MCCC conference tournament for next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I believe the 18th, 19th, and 20th. I could be wrong. I'm double checking right now.
Correct, Shane.
And I am correct. Thank you, Shane. So 18th, 19th, 20th, we will be hosting a conference tournament and crowning a champion of the regular season next Saturday. So we will be trying to get. For sure, we'll bring you every single Emmaus Eagles game, commentary by your beloved Joe, and whoever may be sitting in the other seat. Maybe your new favorite Shane. I don't know.
Hot take. All right.
Kidding.
Well,
But,
thanks for tuning
yeah.
in, guys, and we will be back to you next weekend.